watching another episode of the Relationship Sexpert Show. I am your host, Hasani Pettiford, and today we're talking about black women. Now, whether we're talking about corporate women, college women, church women, or economically challenged women, their stories are the same. Whether they've risen to the heights of an Oprah Winfrey or struggled to make ends meet, there's one cord that binds them all together: the stigma of what it means to be black and female in America. And joining us with this discussion is an organization called Black Women Who Want More. Welcome to our show, ladies.
Thank you.
Introduce yourselves.
My name is Renee Toppin, and I'm the organizer of Black Women Who Want More.
My name is Uhura Russ, and I am an assistant for Black Women Who Want More.
My name is Damara Shepard, and I'm an assistant for Black Women Who Want More.
And I'm Angela Cupid, and I'm just a proud member of Black Women Who Want More.
Black women who want more. I mean, many people would argue that you're doing quite well. I mean, you own your own businesses, you're financially stable, you're corporate executives, you traveled the world, you've gone to the finest institutions and obtained all types of degrees. So what more could you possibly want?
Well, Hasani, everything you just said is true, but those things aren't the sum total of who we are. We're also spiritual, we're also physical, we're also emotional, and we're also social and political. So the purpose of our group is for us to get more out of all of those areas of our life. And that is internal, but there's also an external element of more. We want more respect, we want more commitment, we want more marriage, and we want more partnering in the home from black men and raising our children. And right now, we're not getting that.
Well, right now, what is it? What, 42.3% of all black women have never been married, their own partner?
45%.
Well, why?
The prediction.
Well, we need to talk about that because, you know, you'll have men and women who have different sides to why they believe this is. I've spoken to a lot of black women, and they think that black men don't want black women because we have self-esteem issues, we hate ourselves. But on the flip side, black men say that they don't want you because of your attitudes, because of the way you come across. You don't know how to cater to your man. So, I mean, where are you on this side of the story?
I'll say this. I think that some of that is true, and some of it, I think it's both ways, which is probably a paradoxical thing. But I just think that some men have a self-hatred issue. I think that a lot of that might be going on because they're not secure in themselves. Not just secure, but self-actualized to what it means and what it takes to be a person, and as well as not just like, as well as take and treat a woman. They might not have seen that.
Well, what do you mean self-hatred? Are you suggesting that black men hate themselves?
I just think that sometimes a lot of abuse occurs in households, and if they see their mother, a black woman, getting abused and taken advantage of, multiple men coming in, dealing with this, they might not be a little standoffish and have that perception that this is what a black woman is all about. That's the black woman is the most constant, but they're getting abused, they're getting taken advantage of, they're using whatever they can to survive, to provide for their child in their mind, but the child is seeing something otherwise, and then that sticks.
That's a real deep answer. But I don't know if black men are that deep in their thinking in terms of why they don't date black women. I mean, is it that deep or is it more simple?
I don't think it's that deep. I think they're more fear of rejection. They see that this strong black woman has it going on, and she's attractive, and she's getting together, and they're afraid of being rejected by her.
So they jump ship and just date white, Asian, Latino,
because they're not going to be rejected by the white woman?
I think it's a little different. I don't even think it's rejection. I think sometimes it's fear of acceptance. Why are you accepting me when I have, and it is self-esteem, I have what I feel to be deficiencies, and you're okay with it? It's like, what do they say? Nobody wants to be a part of a club that would have them as a member, and I think that that's part of that effect.
And I think white women are more accepting of the deficiencies. White women are more accepting of the deficiencies in black men. And you talk about roles, a lot of times our roles have been skewed. We can't take our place as a submissive wife. We can't take our place as a supportive girlfriend because men aren't taking their role as provider and protector.
But then women also demand more. So we want you to step up to plate and do this. Because some men are fine sitting at home living off of a woman. Some men, not all. And women demand more. Like, okay, step up to place and do this, take care of this. And I guess because women demand more and men can't give more than, well, some men can't give more, they fall back like, she wants too much. Let me go to this one. They don't want that much. They could settle.
But we demand more so we can be less.
But I have a response. To get to the point of that man that says that has a bad attitude. I'm engaged. And my man says, all I want is peace. We've talked about his previous relationships with black women, and he's like, a man doesn't want to come home after a long day at work and get beat down at their job, and then the first thing you do when I come home is you're in my face mad about something that's happened to you. I mean,
that's a good point. Matter of fact, let's go over this list. I was doing research for a book I'm working on called Why We Hate Black Women. Came across this list, the top 10 reasons why black men find it hard to date black women. I mean, and a lot of these things I've heard from men over and over again. Black women make their men feel underappreciated. Black women are too aggressive and aren't patient in the pursuit of a man. Black women are strong-headed, too independent, and want to control the relationship. Black women expect too much. Black women are hot-headed and have bad attitudes. Black women stop caring for themselves after a certain age. Black women don't know how to cater to their man. Now, these are things I'm sure you've heard before in discussion, whether they're true, whether they're not. How do you decipher that?
I think they're excuses. At the end of the day, you've been raised by a black woman who was nurturing, who was loving, in a lot of cases, in single-parent households or by grandparents, grandmothers. So you know that black women are patient, that black women are supportive. You know all of these things. But in order to feel good about kind of leaving them alone, you come up with a list. You come up with a list of, these are the reasons, so you justify your decision when there really is no justification for it.
And black women do have strong attitudes, and they do, you know, have strength of character, and we are forceful because we need to be heard. A lot of times in the workplace we're not heard. A lot of times in social situations we're not heard. So we are trying to have a voice. And a lot of times what you see as attitude, or what men view as attitude, is frustration and it's stress. It's frustration about constantly being cheated on, frustration about constantly being with somebody who won't step up to the plate and provide. And I think that the balance will come when we get those things. We can be submissive. You will see less of an attitude. You will see black women who are less stressed out. And I think the balance will come when men come back over to the side of the table and they take their role. They take their role and they take their lead.
But how do men, one say they want, I don't want a gold digger, she's always after my money. But then me come as a strong, independent black woman, she's too strong for me. But so which one? What do you want? Do you want the gold digger, or do you want the independent woman?
But my issue is here. We, as people, as humans, have a lot of defense mechanisms, and I think black women have a whole load of them, and we project a lot. I will admit that. We have the issues of insecurity, of he's going to cheat on me. You say the littlest words, and they're picking it up, and they're like, oh, here we go.
That doesn't come from
nowhere. But it doesn't come from nowhere, but a lot of times they're stepping right into your face. We're like, bam, defense mechanism. I think he's going to do this.
Who's ever dated a man that didn't cheat on them?
I can't
my
say.
My ex-husband cheated on me.
I'll say currently, I have. And he has yet to. He's not.
So basically, what you're saying is, oftentimes we bring the hurt from our past into our present relationship. And sometimes we hold our present partner accountable and victim to the things we've gone through in our past.
I won't say that because like I'm dating a guy that I'm not going to assume you're going to cheat on me, but I'm going to have my guard up. And
that's a perfect example.
But I would say I'm not holding him accountable,
Let me ask you a question.
I'm going to be more...
Have you ever been on a plane before?
Yeah.
Well, what's the first thing you do before you get on that plane?
Check my bag.
Exactly. You check your baggage at the gate. You check your issues, your drama, your stuff at the gate. Then you have to walk through a radar system or device, and they'll scan your body to make sure that there's nothing on your physical body that can cause harm to the other passengers on board, right? They'll open up your luggage. They'll look through all your dirty laundry. They're trying to find out, is there anything on you that will harm the other passengers? But when we get into relationships, oftentimes we don't ask any questions. We just allow everybody to just jump on board with all their issues, with all their stuff, with all their baggage, and that winds up polluting many of our relationships. And that same hurt and the baggage, we take it from one relationship to the next, to the next.
But if you ask questions,
but you know what?
If you ask questions, they lie.
This is good conversation, but we're going to have to continue this on the other side of this break. We'll be right back.